Yeah, about the HTC 10. What phone were we talking about again? Oh, the HTC 10. I think that's how quickly that phone's going to be forgotten. Sorry, HTC fans. It just isn't as good. What's up, techies? We're talking about the HTC 10, and yeah, like the title says, I returned that sucker. It's not a bad phone, it's just not that great. And when I have the Nexus 6P, when I like the Nexus 6P better and it costs less, it's a no-brainer to give up the HTC 10 when I like and prefer the Nexus 6P over it. There's no reason to have it around. I will say this though, if you are an HTC fan, you will love this phone. It is so much better than the M9. It's just not as good as other options out there. But that's my opinion. Other people are going to have different opinions, but that's how I feel about the phone. With that said though, there are things that I like about the phone and things that I don't like. Let's go over them. First of all, the metal build quality is awesome. There is just something special about holding a metal device in your hand versus other materials. The HTC 10 has an edge over the Galaxy S7 Edge in the sound department. Granted, the lesser quality of sound on the S7 or S7 Edge is because of that water resistant technology. So you kind of have to differentiate what you like more. Do you want water resistance or do you want better sound? If you want better sound, definitely go with the HTC 10. The HTC 10 ditched the front-facing speakers, but it still is better sounding than most devices out there. That's because on the top they have this tweaker and on the bottom they have their woofer. It's definitely a good sound experience externally as well as internally. The internal speakers are way better than the external, and that's because they have the DAC technology installed with the internal speaker system. I will give HTC this, they definitely know how to do their sound. The 10 is definitely a good one-handed use device. It's only got about a 5.2 inch screen, so it's not that big, but it's not too small. But you're definitely able to navigate the screen with one hand. With that metal build and with it being a little bit slippery if you're not using a case, it definitely helps having this device being one-handed friendly. Speaking of the screen, it's got a really good looking screen. Videos are really nice to look at, and if you're taking good videos and photos with your phone, it actually looks really nice on the screen to look at. Which leads me to the camera. The camera is actually pretty good. It's not the best out there. I'm on the first update. The Verizon model has not updated to the latest one that I've heard about people saying that it's fixed the lagginess and the slow snapping speeds of the camera. So until the Verizon one updates, you're going to be stuck with a laggy camera. As far as the results go, the camera looks pretty good. I've enjoyed what has been produced from the camera as far as the video and also the photos. Another big plus about the HTC 10 is actually it's got a nice stock Android-ish feel. Now it's not completely de-bloated, but it's a lot less than what it used to be, and the HTC Skin looks a lot less. Sense used to really overtake it, and I never really liked it. Now it feels like stock Android, and I can really forgive a lot of the HTC Sense Skin. A perk about HTC in general, which it still translates over to the 10, is the uh-oh protection. It's a really awesome feature that they have. If you drop your phone, damage your phone, you get that one accident forgiveness kind of thing, and you can get a brand new device or at least a refurbished one or however they work it out with you. Another nice perk is USB Type-C, which is also Quick Charge 3.0. It's the latest technology in the charging department, so it's nice to have it. Just eyeballing it, I haven't really seen too much of a difference between Quick Charge 2.0 and 3.0, but hey, it's the latest and I like having the latest. Moving on to battery life has been pretty good. It lasted me for the most part all day. That's what I asked for. I'm a heavy user. I want my phone to last me all day without having to worry about charging it midday or even in the afternoon. Lastly, my biggest point, I'm really glad that HTC is on a better path this year. If they would have gone in any other direction, it would have been 6 feet under. Those are things that I like about the HTC 10. Let's go over things I don't like about it. One of the most basic things about a phone that you want out of the phone experience is call quality. The speaker, ironically, isn't that great. As far as call quality goes, it really depends on who's on the other line, if they have HD calling or not. If they don't have HD calling, it really sounds kind of quiet, or at least quieter compared to other phones like the S7, Nexus 6P. Now, while the HTC 10 has good sound compared to other devices like the S7 or the 7 Edge, it sucks that they ditched the front-facing speakers. I don't know why they did that. It was a signature feature that HTC had. It's great having that stereo sound. There's just nothing like it. When you use a device that has front-facing speakers, you don't want to go back to anything else. You want that out of a device. They took that away. It's not the same experience like HTC is trying to claim that the 10 is going to be like the 9 or the 8 or the 7. It's not like that. I mentioned before that the camera was kind of laggy, the results are good, but it really sucks that you gotta take your time to take a picture. I want a snappy camera. I want the photo to be taken quickly. It has a hard time focusing and adjusting, And you can't just really take that quick picture that you might be trying to capture a moment in the moment. Something that might not mean much to other people, but it means a lot to me because I'm a content creator, is that when I turn on the hi-fi sound feature on the camera, I can't export the video in MP4. It exports it in MKV or something like that. My computer system's like, if you don't have the right apps, it's not going to translate that file. You can't use it on your computer. It sucks. I shot a whole other video with the HTC 10 using the 4K and the hi-fi sounds for a video called "Is the HTC 10 a good vlogging camera?" And I couldn't do it because it wouldn't export the files correctly. Therefore, I couldn't make that video. That was a huge frustration on my end. If you're into using screen protection, you're going to be kind of irritated with this device because it has an extended bubbled edge. The reason that's a problem is because the tempered glass or even a screen protector is only going to be able to go so far to the edge. Fortunately, I found a tempered glass screen protector that goes all the way to the screen's edge, and you don't see that light kind of exposure that's really awkward. It ends up going to the exact size, like it's just perfect fit. Like if it's any smaller, it would not be a good fit at all. That's only going to be a problem if you use screen protection. So if you're using screen protection or you plan to use it, you're going to have to expect it's not going to go all the way to the edge of the device. For some odd reason, the HTC 10 is not playing well with some apps that I've used, including Google Hangouts. Now that might be an app developer issue. Why isn't this working on Google Hangouts out of it's Google Hangouts? I was having problems with pictures, I was having problems with it even just force closing and things like that. Another app that I use on a regular basis is Foxfi. It's not compatible. I can't use the Wi-Fi hotspot. I have to use the USB tether, which is okay, but I just like to use it for the Wi-Fi capabilities of it. Can't do it with the HTC 10, so therefore I'm moving on to another device. I don't know if you've heard of the app that Casey Neistat makes, is Beam. It doesn't work well with that either. I like using that app. It's a fun new app to use, and I can't use it because it doesn't really work well. It doesn't focus well. All my videos that I used using Beam were blurry. So I think that goes back to some of the camera issues that this phone is having. Hopefully it's worked out with that bug fix. Hopefully Verizon's model will get that really soon. I don't know if it's me, but I have a hard time pressing the capacitive buttons, the back and also the recents button. They just seem small, and it really makes me wonder, why is there such a big bezel area? For such a small button, they need to maybe make some more screen real estate. I wish that this one would have came unlocked to all carriers, something like what the Nexus 6P, the Moto X Pure Edition did last year. This was actually a gripe that I had with the S7 and S7 Edge. I know it's a stretch to ask that from some of these companies, but it's something that needs to happen. Another small issue is that there wasn't many color choices. There was silver and black, and that's about it. Now that might be enough for some people, but I like the options of having white. I really like a white device. With the silver edition, I wish they had the white front-facing plate area. It was black. It's okay, but I would like to see more color options. I mean, they could have made a really nice looking gold one, maybe even rose gold for some people that might like that. Well, that's my opinion about the HTC 10. It wasn't worth keeping to me. I actually am going back to the Galaxy S7 Edge. I like that phone a lot more. There's a lot better features in my opinion, more useful ones for good daily driver devices. Long story short is that I don't like it as much as other devices out there. I like the 6P that I'm using right now. That's what I swapped back to. But this week I'll be swapping back to the S7 Edge. I think the Edge is a better daily driver device. I think it gave me a better experience, and that's what I want out of a device. I'm going to go with whatever gives me the best experience. If you're an HTC fan, you're going to like this device. You have a good one on your hands. Well, there you go. There's my opinion about the HTC 10. You might agree with some of the points. You might disagree with some of them. If you've gotten the HTC 10, what's your thoughts about it? Do you agree with any of my points? Disagree? What's your experience been like? If you're on the edge of getting the HTC 10, what are the questions that you have about the device? Thanks guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you see more videos like this. And until then, stay techy.